And let's say hello to Arg. Hello.
Hello, how you doing, mate?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm really, really well, thank you. Excited to be back on the show. Thanks for having me.
Well, thanks for coming on. I've got to say, the last series of Towie has to be my favourite to date. Are you enjoying still being on the show? Because you're kind of like the daddy on the show. You've been in it from day.
Like the Ian Beale of Towie, I think.
I know you've been on it from day one. I mean,
yeah. Do you know what? I've still got the insane enthusiasm. I still enjoy it as much as I ever did since I first started. Like, I just have so much fun. You know, it's just me filming every day with all my best mates and stuff, and the last series has been great. The viewing figures have stayed right up. You know, we've got a really loyal Towie fan base, and you know, it's really good times. You know, onwards and upwards. We've got Series 12 coming up in a couple of months, so it just doesn't look like it's going to stop anytime soon.
And I mean, a lot of the original Towie stars are leaving now. I mean, please tell us you haven't got any plans to leave.
Do you know what? Do you know what? Obviously, you know, you get offers and there's things, and you know, there's always talks about doing other things. But I'm just so happy at Towie. I've sort of really cemented my place there. I'm one of the family. You know, I care about it so much, and you know, I think it's just myself, Jessica, and Nanny Pat are the remaining originals.
Yeah.
But, you know, I think the door's always open. For example, Lydia's come back now. She's just come back in the finale of last series, so I'm sure she'll be popping back next series. So the door is always open for, you know, ex-Towie cast to pop back, and you know, it's going to be great. There's lots of great new characters that are coming to their own now, so it's going to be a really good series.
Now,
I think the series is going to be great. I'm confident.
What was it like for you seeing Lydia come back? Because obviously there's so much history there between you both. I mean, was it hard seeing her come back on the show?
Yeah, do you know what? It was a big shock to the system. When she first walked in, I was really, really shocked. I wasn't prepared for it. I didn't know it was happening, and you know, I sort of had a bit of a moment where I walked out, and I just needed, I think, to cool down a bit of fresh air. And I came back, and you know, I spoke to her very, very briefly. But you know, I suppose, you know, I haven't spoken to the girl for over a year and a half. You know, only briefly on text, like once in a blue moon. But yeah, it wasn't easy, but it was, you know, at least slightly the ice is broken. We didn't have a proper conversation, but you know, I think it's going to be exciting for the audience to see me and Lydia sort of, you know, in and around each other's company the next series. And I suppose it's going to be a case of will they get back together, won't they? But I just don't know. I can't. Who knows? You know, we was together a long time. She's my first love and stuff, but I just really don't know what the future's going to hold. But you know, fingers crossed that, you know, at least we'll be on talking terms, you know, soon.
Exactly.
So it's going to be exciting, and I think the public want us to get back together, but I just don't know.
Well, I mean, from what I've seen on Twitter and Facebook when I've been doing my research, I've actually found a lot of people want you and Gemma to get together rather than you and Lydia. I mean, on the Only Way is Essex Facebook post, so many people are putting Gemma and Arg, and so many people want you two to get together. What is it with your relationship with Gemma? Because it seems like
it's just because me and Gemma have got good banter.
Yeah.
You know, I think we could sort of we've got a good banter and stuff, and there's obviously chemistry on camera. You know, when we're filming, and you know, we do get on well. But you know, unfortunately, me and Gemma had a very, very tiny, brief relationship where we was only seeing each other for for a month, I think it was, and it didn't work out. You know, it wasn't very nice. It didn't work out, and I think we're just better off suited as friends. And you know, unfortunately, I just don't. You know, I love Gemma as a friend, but I just don't have them strong feelings towards her. I can't. You know, I'd love to say I did, but it's just not there for me. I can't help the way I feel.
But looking back on that, obviously you said then, you know, that you're just friends, but at times it can come across like you're flirting with her, and she's clearly getting feelings towards you as such. So do you reckon in the next series you're going to cut that back?
I haven't been sensitive to the fact of... sometimes, yeah, I haven't been so sensitive to the fact of Gemma's feelings towards me. And, you know, I know it's to the audience it seemed like we were still seeing each other and stuff, but it wasn't the case. I think me and Gemma might get together once in a blue moon if we were both out, you know, and we'd had a few drinks and things, things seem to happen, but it was never planned. And you know, I think, I think now sort of thing, I'm not going to be so tempted or go back there because I know that she has got feelings, so I don't want to lead her on or build up any hope. So I've got to be mature and and tough with myself now.
Now, I don't know if it's true, but I've heard rumours that Diags and Tom will be leaving have left the show.
No, I don't believe Diags and Tom have left. Tom's currently working up the city with his father, Tom was originally a City boy, and he started with his job to commit to Towie, but he's always had a desire and passion to be back up the city and do business with his dad. So when Tom's not filming, then he's working up the city. So he's juggling both at the moment. But Diags are the great series. There's no reason for him not to. There's no reason for him not to.
Yeah.
Not to come back.
Is it because it was one of the newspapers said that there's this big casting thing and they've left, that Tom's left, Diags is left to go to British Gas.
As far as I did hear that story. Don't get me wrong, but I can confirm that that's just not true. I don't know.
That's great news.
That story, where it come from, but it's nonsense.
Well, I'm loving you on the show. Like you said, the show honestly would not be the same without you. But are you still very?
So, by the way,
yeah.
I wanted to say, have you heard about my book?
I was actually about to say that. It's in W.H. Smith's, and so tell us about that. That must be such a big thing for you to have your own book.
Out this week, and I'm just really excited. Obviously, the audience have really bought into all of our lives. And, I think it's just interesting for the audience to see, what was going on before Towie, before, I was put on front of the television. Because the fact of me, Mark and Sam Fairs, we've all been best friends since we were kids. So I think the audience are interested, the fact that when I was a kid, I got bullied. And then after that, I met Mark and we become best friends. And then I met Lydia. And it talks about me and Lydia's, early stage of our relationship. About how, I was skinned and I didn't have any money, I didn't know what I was going to do with myself. Then all of a sudden I got a call and next minute I was on Towie, then we was winning BAFTA awards. And it's just basically, I think, and obviously it goes into the cheating aspect with Lydia, and I know I hold my hands up and I admit to some of the wrongs and try and put right to some of the wrongs that I've done. And I think it's just basically the book is, the gist of it is basically an Essex boy that's, done all right for himself, a normal kid from Essex who's all of a sudden on the best loved reality TV show in the UK. So it's a good little story to tell. I think everyone that's read it so far seems to be really excited, and they seem to be really enjoying it, and it's selling well. So I'm over the moon.
Now, how honest have you been in this book? Because obviously we all loved the show, so it's nice to know how you were friends with all the cast members before The Only Way is Essex. So how honest have you been in this book? Would you say?
Do you know what? I've been extremely honest. I've been honest, but I've been very respectful at the same time. I'd like to think that whoever reads the book will have some comfort in, for example, Lydia and stuff, will have some comfort in reading it, because I do apologise and I haven't cut any corners. There's no stories that we've had to take out. There's no stories I've had to take out, and I'd like to think I've told the whole truth. So I think it's great.
Now, the book's, is it called Living at Arg? Living at Arg.
Living at Arg.
And it's Tales, Tantrums and Towie.
Tales, Tantrums and Towie, but the title is Living at Arg, and it's in W.H. Smith, Asda, Tesco's and Waterstones. So go out and get your copy, and I'm sure you'll all enjoy it and read it. Give me a tweet, I'll give you a retweet back.
Did you know it's one of Asda's biggest sellers as well?
I think it's going really well.
Yeah, I've seen that today. So are you still in contact with Mark Wright?
Mark Wright's still my best mate. I've literally just got off the phone to him today. I'm actually meeting him for dinner tonight.
Oh, that's brilliant, because I always wonder that, because I'm always like, I hope, because you've got such a good bromance, and I always wondered, do they still talk as much?
Yeah, of course, yeah. We're still really, really close. I'm proud of him. He's doing well for himself, and we're still close.
Well, Arg, it's been an absolute pleasure. So, Living at Arg, you can get it in W.H. Smith, Asda, Wilkinson's, and all the other bookstores.
All right, cool, lovely. Cheers, mate. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on again.
Thank you for coming on. Take care.
Cheers, mate. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. There we go, guys. So make sure you go out and buy yourself a copy of that. It's Tales, Tantrums and Towies. It's Living at Arg by James Argent, the star of The Only Way is Essex. So make sure you go and buy that, guys. You can get it on Asda, all the other sites as well. So make sure you go out there and get it. You can get it from Asda, hardback for £6, so you can't say fairer than that.